Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be my updated no makeup routine. I felt like I kind of wanted to do this video because I'm not working today. I'm not really doing too much except for going to my boyfriend's house later. I actually haven't seen him in a few days, so it'll be nice just to relax and chill because I have been doing a lot with my friends this week. So I'm excited just to go see him. So I'm going to do my updated concealer routine, my updated makeup routine. I'm just going to show you guys a few concealers that I usually do use for a no makeup routine, and then I'm just going to pick one. Because I use quite a few. Like, these are all lightweight options that I really do love for just concealer looks in general, because I don't always wear foundation, but I've been wearing a lot of foundation this week, so I kind of just wanted to take a break from it. So these are the concealers I would typically go for when I don't wear foundation. The number one I usually go for is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I just think that this is one of the best concealers out there. I've been through countless tubes of it, at least 3. I think this is my 4th one at least. And it's just an easy concealer to use. It's just so easy to blend out. It really does blend out easily. It's very lightweight, so that's one of my favorites. And my other favorite for no makeup looks is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I was thinking about using this one today, but usually if I go with the Maybelline, then I wanted to use that one, but I usually use that one in like every single updated makeup routine, like no makeup routine that I do. So I'm not sure about that one, but I do love that one as well. It's a very lightweight option. I also really love the Catrice Cosmetics one, liquid camouflage concealer in the shade Porcelain. I'm in the shade Porcelain, I believe. No, Fair in the Maybelline Fit Me. And I'm in the shade Light Ivory in the Wet n Wild one because they don't have a lighter shade for some reason. This one's definitely the most full coverage concealer out of all these options besides the next one I'm going to talk about. But it's not like a super like heavy duty coverage concealer. It's very lightweight and it covers really beautifully. So this is one of my favorites as well. Another Maybelline one, you guys know this is like my all-time favorite concealer from Maybelline and drugstore concealer, and this is the Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser Treatment Concealer, and it's in the shade Fair. This is just one of the best concealers I've ever used, and this is my 3rd one, and it's just so lightweight and creamy on the eyes, but the only thing that I don't like about this concealer when I don't wear it with foundation is that it is a little bit darker than my actual skin tone, so it can tend to oxidize on me. I do notice that the most with this one. I really wanted to use it today though because I have like big under eyes. I have really big bags under my eyes because I haven't been sleeping that great lately. I went to sleep really late last night because I waited for the premiere of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt to be on Netflix, and I really wanted to watch the first episode, so I stayed up till 3 a.m. because I'm on the East Coast, so I can't watch it at 12 a.m. I have to wait till it hits Netflix LA time. So yeah, but I love this. It's so creamy. It's beautiful. One of my all-time faves. And the other one that I really love for no makeup looks is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer. I haven't used it in a while just on its own. I've been using it with foundation a lot, but I just really wanted to take a break from foundation today because like I said, I've been wearing foundation a lot recently and I have like a couple of new breakouts here, so I really don't want to put on foundation today. But this is a great lightweight concealer, and I'm in the shade Fair for this one, and you just have to shake it up. And this is still one of my favorites. I recently repurchased this one, and I love it. I definitely love it more than the Jouer one and the Kevyn Aucoin. These are definitely more full coverage options, but I'm really not a fan of them. Like, I've tried both of them a couple of times, and I'm just not into them. And, like, everyone was talking about the Jouer one, and I think I'm going to return it for the Makeup Forever one. And the Kevyn Aucoin, this one, the Fancy Face was raving about, and I just don't really like it. I don't really like either of these, so I might go return both of these today, honestly, because I really haven't been a fan of either of them. I've tried them a few times, and each time I wear them, they crease like crazy on me, so I'm still a fan of this one. This has been one of my all-time faves for a while, and I repurchased it, and I'm like, I'm so glad I repurchased it. So all of these concealers I talked about have been repurchases. The Catrice one, this is my second one. So as you can tell, I love those concealers. The only one that's not a repurchase is the e.l.f. I forget what this is called. I think this is the HD concealer. This is actually a pretty good concealer. It's not like the best, but it blends out really nicely and really, really quickly. And that's why I like it. It's not like the most long-lasting concealer, but it blends out really easily. So I have been enjoying this one lately. So yeah, pretty much all the options that I use for no makeup looks are pretty cheap options. So I think I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild concealer today. So let me stop chatting and actually start applying my makeup. So I'm just going to apply it underneath my eyes first. I'm not going to do too much at all. I just want to conceal those bags under my eyes because your girl needs it today. I'm not going to do too much concealer on my face. I'm just going to conceal where the blemishes are. I'm just going to put a little bit here and a little bit there. A little bit around my mouth. And then usually on my forehead. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, on my eyes too. Because usually when I do no makeup looks, I just usually still conceal my eyes if I don't plan to wear any eyeshadow. Because I'm actually not going to wear eyeshadow today, and that's like the first time this whole year so far, or this whole month. Okay, it concealed, but it's not really like concealing too much. I might have to put on a little bit more underneath my eyes, but it blends out really easily. And even though I've said before that like a lot of people aren't really like a huge fan of the concealer, I really like it. I loved this concealer over the foundation. I think that the concealer is much better than the foundation. So I'm just going to blend it out with my L'Oreal Infallible sponge. I have been absolutely loving this sponge. It has definitely replaced my Real Technique sponge. And I was thinking about recording this video like later in the week. But because honestly, I didn't really feel like wearing like makeup at all today. To be honest, I just wanted to take a break from it, but I'm doing something pretty simple, so. And I'm not really like covering up too much anyway. I'm just covering where most of the blemishes are, so I didn't really not want to wear makeup today because I think it looks bad. But probably the reason why I'm having more blemishes is because I've been wearing foundation like basically every day this week. Because I've been doing a lot. But I just need to get more sleep. See like how easy it blends out? That's why I really like this concealer, because it's just easy to use. So I typically go for quite a few Wet n Wild products when I do no makeup looks, like this concealer, their powder, their mascara. They're just easy products to use. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the concealer. Kind of want just a little bit more underneath my eyes. But see how, like, natural that looks? It doesn't look too crazy. Sounds like my mom took them out again. I don't know why. Kind of confused. I'm gonna go see if she took all of them out, because I literally just fucking walked them. Sorry, my family just does not pay attention to anything, and my mom didn't realize that I walked them already. So anyway, now I'm going to, my eyebrows look like crap right now. I'm just going to set my under eyes and my concealer with the ColourPop No Filter concealer. powder. I actually really have just been enjoying this powder in general, as I'm getting powder all over me. But yeah, I really like it. It's just a really easy powder to use. I don't necessarily love it all over my face. I'm not really a huge fan of loose powders on my face. And I just prefer pressed powders just because I have dry skin. And then I'm just going to set... Jesus, I'm using way too much powder. And then I'm just going to set my actual eyes. But like, this concealer looks so much better already than most concealers do underneath my eyes. So I don't understand why people didn't love this concealer. Alright, so that's it for the eyes for now. We're going to come back to them later. Why is the powder like all over the place? Got like all over the jar. And I don't really need the Beauty Blender anymore. I'm pretty much done with it. I just don't know why it got all over me, but it's just translucent powder, so thank God it doesn't really leave a stain. So that's it for the eyes for now. We're going to come back and do mascara and like nude liner a little bit later. I'm going to do the rest of my face right now, so I'm just going to take the Wet n Wild pressed powder, Photo Focus pressed powder. I believe this is the shade Warm Light. Sorry, I just need some water. And I'm just going to set my entire face with this. I used to use like the Giorgio Armani powder or like the Hourglass one, but this one gets the job done pretty easily. So I'm just going to take that and set my face. Just very lightly. This is such a lightweight powder. And that's all I'm going to do for my face. And that's pretty much it for like the powders. So now for bronzer, I'm going to take the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dolce. I usually typically always go for the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. But this has become one of my favorites for no makeup looks and just one of my favorite bronzers in general. It's just so lightweight and it's just as good as the butter bronzer. And I really love it for no makeup looks. So I'm just going to take the Real Techniques blush brush. This is actually a really amazing bronzer brush, and I'm just going to get quite a bit on there. This is a very lightweight bronzer, so you can never like go overboard with it. You can dip it as much as possible, and honestly it's just going to be like a light wash of warmth on your face. So I'm just going to pinch my cheeks and apply it. See how light it is? So since I'm not really wearing much face makeup, I can go a little bit more darker with the bronzer. Since I'm not really wearing like foundation. And now I'm just going to brush it onto my forehead just to add a tiny bit of color to my face. Even though I used to never really wear too much bronzer before this, I do find it really does make a difference in just bringing some warmth to your face. And that's all I like intend to do usually. See how it makes my face a little bit warmer? And that's all I really need. Wasn't really sure what I wanted for blush today. I'm kind of like still debating as to what I want. I'm kind of getting hungry already, and I ate like a couple of hours ago. I haven't went anywhere yet today. I stayed up way too late last night watching Kimmy Schmidt, so I just watched the first episode though. And I also finished Grace and Frankie with my mom, so now I'm just going to grab my blush and my highlights, because you guys know when I do even no makeup looks, I have to wear highlighter, so I'm just going to grab those real quick. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the blush, and I think you guys already know what blush I'm going to use because I use this blush all the time, but this is just my favorite blush to use when I just want something that I know always looks good. and it's just my everyday go-to blush, and this is NARS's Madly. I'm still working on trying to hit pan on this blush, so I figure to use it as much as I can. So I'm going to use that and blush up my cheeks just a little bit. Of course, it's already too much, but I feel like that's from yesterday. But the blush is usually the emphasis for these looks for me, because, you know, if you have like a vibrant blush on, then like you don't really need to do too much face products. I just didn't want it to be like this pigmented, but I think it looks fine. Just can blend it out a little bit more. Yeah, I feel like I got hit in the face with apricots. I was going to use Wet n Wild's apricot in the middle, but I still wanted to use Madly. So that's it for the blush, and now we're going to do highlight. I'm either going to, I kind of want to mix these two together, but I'm going to see how this one looks on its own. This is usually the highlight I use all the time when I do my no makeup looks, and this is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Highlight 01, like Owen. I'm not sure if I actually did record a more recent no makeup look video, but the last time I actually looked up when I did one was like 3 years ago. So I was like, I feel like I should record a new one. So I'm going to go in with this guy. I'm going to use my Anastasia 823 brush. For my blush, I just use my Eco Tools blush brush. So now I'm going to take this guy and I'm just going to clean it off a little bit because I have a lot of blue highlight on it from last night because I did go see Frozen on Broadway, and I did a whole Get Ready With Me, so I'm sure you guys know that I saw it because it's up before this video will be. So I'm just going to highlight with this brush. And see, it's just like a little something. It's not too crazy. Just to, you know, have a little bit of something. This is like one of my favorite, like, natural-esque looking highlights. It's just so pretty. Honestly, I don't know why I'm doing my makeup this early. It's only like 2:45, but I felt like I wanted to go run some errands today before I go to his house. I just don't know what time I'm going. I was thinking about leaving soon in the next like 30 minutes or like 3:30ish. Okay, so that's the highlight, and I actually really like how that looks. I'm going to add a tiny bit of the Hourglass Incandescent Strobe Light. This is like my other like favorite natural kind of highlight for these kind of looks. Oh yeah, that definitely gave me what I wanted. Not that the first one didn't either, but... Okay, so that is pretty much all I'm going to do for that. I think that actually looks really pretty. So now I'm going to set my face with my NYX Dewy Skin Mist. I feel like the setting spray always changes every single time I do these videos. Why does this necklace annoy me so much? Because I always have a different one. But I kind of stopped purchasing the Smashbox one. I stopped purchasing usually the Smashbox one was the one that I used for no makeup looks, but this is pretty good too. It's not like this is too heavy when I use it to set my face for like foundation for like all day wear. So I'm just going to spray my face with this. It's just a little spritz to get a little bit of hydration in your face, and also just to get a little bit of dewiness in there, so it makes your face look a little bit fresher. So while that's drying, I'm just going to do my brows real quick. I'm just going to brush it through with a spoolie. The reason why I didn't do mascara yet is because The mascara that I use is a very wet formula, and it can tend to transfer if you don't do it last after your setting spray has dried. So for my brows, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Brow and Set Brow Stylist Mascara. Since it says boost and set, I pretty much figure it's like kind of like a brow gel. I feel like that this replaced their existing or discontinued brow gel that they used to have. Since this is called boost and set brow gel. So I guess this is what they replaced it with. Because like brow mascaras, if it says it sets, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just going to use it as a brow gel, basically. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to brush through my brows. Even though, like, I don't really spend too much time on my brows, as long as you brush them through with a spoolie, that's all you really have to do. I just do this because then they won't go anywhere. But, like, before, like, when my brows were all messy before, it was, like, kind of ridiculous how they looked. So I just feel like as long as you comb them through with a spoolie, I think you're pretty much good to go. Okay, so now I'm going to do mascara and a little bit of waterline eyeliner. So I'm just going to take the MAC Technical Liner eyeliner Kajal in the shade Risque. And this is just a nude liner. And I find that nude liners just really brighten up your eyes. Especially if you didn't sleep that well or you just need a little something on your eyes just to make them, you know, pop. I think that nude liner is the way to go. So I just take this and run it on my waterline. And I just want to show you guys the difference. See the difference between this one and this one? This eye looks a little bit more awake, and this eye just looks, you know, like you can just leave it like this if you want to. I don't always do this step. Sometimes I just skip it, but today, since I have the time, I'm just going to do it real quick. I just think it helps make you look a little bit more awake. So this is usually like, you could honestly just do this step and concealer and mascara and be out the door. For me, I always have to do blush and highlight. That's just how I am. And then for the mascara, I'm going to be using another Wet n Wild product. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. I actually freaking love this mascara. I think it's great. The only reason why I didn't mention it in my 2018 favorites is that I'm not going to recommend a product I absolutely love. I do love this, that I don't absolutely love. I mean, I really love this, but it's a very wet formula, so it can tend to really transfer. That's the only reason why I didn't really recommend it, because if you're one of those people that's like in a rush and you forget to do your mascara and you want to do it like, or you want to do your mascara right after you do your eyes, this will transfer. So that's why I waited to do it after I had already set my face. Also, if you guys didn't see, I am wearing the Disney Frozen hoodie that I got at the show last night. I really wanted to just wear it today. It's just super comfy. So I'm just going to coat my top and bottom lashes with this guy. And the mascara definitely does change over the years. I used to use the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. And then I usually used the Clinique one. But I feel like the Clinique one's getting really dried out. And this one's a lot cheaper to replace. So this is actually my second tube of this. But again, I just have to be careful with it because it can transfer. So I'm just going to, because it really does lengthen a ton. So whatever like lash becomes really long, it like transfers to your upper lid. Because it does make your lashes like super long. Like, do you see that? So I try to be a little bit more careful with this guy. And not to have my face in general be too wet because it's a very wet formula. So I'm just going to coat my lower lashes real quick. My boyfriend used to tell me when I used to do these kind of looks, he told me I was wearing too much makeup once. I'm like, what? He's like, you just didn't wear it at all. And I'm like, this is like the most minimal makeup I could be possibly wearing. But I think he means just like mascara and lipstick. Because like he hates when I wear like face makeup in general. Because he's like, you don't need it. But I like it, so. Okay, so that's the mascara. And that's pretty much it for the eyes. We're pretty much done. All we need to do is our lips. Because no matter what, if I do a no makeup look, I always have to wear a lipstick because I have too many lipsticks in general. And also it kind of helps your lips be less chapped. So I'm probably going to call him like right before I leave. Or I'm just going to say I'm going to be on my way because he hasn't texted me back in like 2 hours or so. So, okay, so for the lips, I was either thinking about using like a tinted kind of lipstick or I was just going to use a lipstick I haven't used in a while. Okay, so, sorry if like, sometimes I just leave the camera running because I'm like, whatever, it's not like this video's that long. So typically when I do no makeup looks, I go for like a Bite Beauty lipstick or like, excuse me, or like something just really lightweight or like a ColourPop lippy stick. Jesus. Why do I always have to sneeze when my makeup is done? Like, I blow my nose a million times and I don't sneeze until my makeup is done. Now I feel like I have to blow my nose. So I'll be back. Okay, so I had to go clean up my nose because I sneezed like everywhere. So now I'm going to do my lipstick. I kind of wanted to go with this lippy today. This is the Clinique Chubby Stick in the Moisturizing Lip Color Balm in the shade Mega Melon. I've only actually used this on my lips once, but I don't want something so orangey today because since like my shirt is more pinky toned and like navy pink, I feel like this is going to kind of clash. So I think I'm going to go with Oh Snap from ColourPop, the lippy stick. I would have typically went with Aquarius, but I haven't used Oh Snap in such a long time, so I really want to use it today. So typically I don't go for a lip liner when I do no makeup look, so I'm just going to go in with this guy. Oh, I forgot how much I love this color. I'm just going to do it pretty lightly. But see how it's like a Your Lips but Bite Better? Your Lips but Better color? And the ColourPop lippy sticks are so easy to apply without a lip liner. Because they're kind of just like oversized lip liners. I feel like my lips are a little bit dry today. I did wear liquid lipsticks the past couple days. Alright, that's pretty much it, you guys. It looks pretty good. I think the last step I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my inner corner brush, and I'm just going to pop something on the inner corners real quick. I'm just going to take the Laura Mercier highlight, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corners. This is like the first time I haven't worn eyeshadow in like a long time. I just was so lazy to do it today. I'm just like, eh. Wow, that adds like the perfect little pop, because I wanted something like matte but a little bit shimmery, and that's obviously like what this highlighter is. I put on a Makeup Forever glitter on my inner corners yesterday, so might be getting like the remnants on my inner corners today. Never applies properly on this side, like ever. I feel like I'm getting too much in my under eyes already. Just give me a second. Alright, you guys, so that's pretty much it for my updated no makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know what your favorite products are for no makeup looks. So it's just a basic, simple, everyday look. I've been wearing foundation a lot this week, so I just didn't want to wear foundation. Typically, for foundation, I usually go for the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, or like the L'Oreal Cushion Foundation, the Lumi Foundation. Those are usually the foundations I would go for if I wanted like a really lightweight foundation. If my skin doesn't look like that great. Usually for no makeup looks, I typically just go with a concealer. If I'm going to go with eyeshadow and concealer and stuff, then that's usually the foundations that I would go for. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, Frozen was awesome last night. I loved it, and I have like the playbill and everything. I've just been like talking about it nonstop. It was great. I loved it so much. So I just wanted to wear the hoodie that we got. We also got matching necklaces. But the hoodies, like the regular hoodies, were like $80 a piece. But he's, the guy that helped us told us that we could get, $25 hoodies with a purchase. Because I thought he was like, these are free with purchase. He's like, no, these are $25 with purchase. So I was like, oh, that's like a much better deal than paying like $80 for the regular priced hoodies. So these were the promotion that you get, these hoodies that have like the Frozen logo on here, and they have like a design on the side. They're $25 with a purchase, and I was like, that's a hell of a lot better than paying $80. So we got like these necklaces that came in a set, and these were $30 for the set. So these were $15 so a piece for us, so that wasn't too bad. And then he also told me that I didn't have to purchase anything else. He's like, this comes with your purchase. You can get it for $25 too. I'm like, oh, that's really nice. Like, because I didn't want to like spend more money on something else that I didn't want. Because like Becca was thinking about getting a keychain for herself, and I was like, no, he said that we can just get the 2 hoodies and the 2 necklaces. Because the necklaces came in a set. They didn't come separately, so we thought we had to purchase something else to get another hoodie. And he was like, no, it's with purchase. And he was like, so I can give you this one too. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I really like the highlight too. I didn't decide to spray any any setting spray or anything to make it pop more. I think it looks really pretty like this. Just like a natural highlight for once. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I'm going to stop rambling. I feel like this video, I was about to say this show, has been much longer than it needed to be. So my mom and I did finish Grace and Frankie a couple of days ago, season 5. And Lemony Snicket also ended on Netflix a couple of weeks ago. I finished that weeks ago when it first came out. It was only like 7 episodes for the last season. And then Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt came out last night, and those are the last episodes for that. So after I'm done with those, I'm done with all my Netflix shows until Orange is the New Black's last season in June or July. So I have plenty of time to watch Charmed and catch up on that and catch up on my other shows. Because The Good Place, I think that season 3 ended yesterday, and then Jane the Virgin comes back in March. So yeah, that's it. Let me know what your favorite shows have been lately since it's January and most people just stay in and watch shows. I've just been doing way too much this week. So yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.